I hope you're all doing good. I'm pretty much done making Nerf blasters with stuffed animals, but my nephews found my YouTube channel and said, make me one of those, make me one of those. So this is what I came up with. Thinking cow. Should mount in there, maybe push the tail up and that should click. And Elmo lends itself to it with that. So I think the barrel will be under here, not the mouth, but we'll see how it goes. These actually came, it says Ohio TD, so this must have come in NVZ. I believe it was Pete, Fuzzy Pete that made these. Hammer shots with primed and ready for paint, and 7-shot cylinders. So I'll update you with the progress. Got them both socked out. This one's pretty straightforward. I just use really sharp scissors to come through here. I always bag up all the foam, and I've got some extras, which is very helpful here because this guy doesn't have any foam in the middle. He's just full of electronics, and that's all going in the trash. Hello, child. So, hardest part was the eyes. Had to pull those off with these clips, but this should work pretty good. Easy enough to sew up and close the top. Are you helping? Yeah? Okay. This is a rough mock-up just to see how everything wants to fit. I got that opened up. I think I'm going to have to remove this plastic part. I originally was thinking that the handle would just be kind of in between. I actually think I'm going to skeleton these legs around that, kind of wrap it. That's good. I'll make that real visible. That should rotate just fine. I got to make sure I go through. Oh, something's hanging out. But you get the gist. This one, I'm not actually going to use the plastic rather than trying to hold it all. Just wrap it all the way around and sew it. Probably, I got to figure out which parts of this I can screw into it. Probably this is dead space up here as long as I don't go too deep. But this should look pretty cool. Working on the cow. Went through on the internals and found that I could just screw right here, so I'm going to flop it over. And there will be some hot glue in here, but the main point is just to get it like physically attached to there, and then you can secure. So keep it simple. All right, roughly mounted. That's the hardest part. To get it through fabric, I just use little screws here. I pre-drilled it. Maybe might make a mark with a pencil on the back end of that. Put the screw up to it, and you kind of got to use the drill back, forth, just to push it through. And then once it's already there, put it in, turn it tight. I'm going to have to lose this tail, I think. And now I'm going to go through and add probably one more set of screws and then start fine-tuning it, really see what I want it to look like. I got her on there. Went back through and added washers to all these. You can't really see them, and eventually it'll fluff out too. So I got 2 there, and then 1 up here. That one really blends in good. So what I want here is I need to put a washer screw here. And I could push it over this, but the whole main thing is you don't want stuff to get sucked into this action here. So I think I'm actually going to just leave that here. Drill through here, put it there. There's dead space here, so I can't really hurt that. Maybe some glue just to hold it in place, but I don't think we're really going to need to. I left the tail. Tail's too cool. On there real good. I need to trim this up right here because it rotates, but I'll go through here and just trim all that hair up real good so nothing gets pulled back into it. But this one's mostly done except for finishing touches. I'll move on to Elmo now. Nice. Same situation for this one. I'm just looking for spots that I can tag into that don't have anything but behind it. Once I get it just generally set, and I don't really mind that there's going to be screws visible. I can always like take an alcohol marker or Sharpie to that. And these are mounted there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, and I'm definitely going to have to thin this out a lot. I'm happy with this. I pushed it all the way back. This actually blends everything really well. Don't want anything touching that, obviously, and then we'll go through later and make sure there's nothing holding it back. But fluff here, I need to remove a lot, I think. At an impasse where I think I'm going to have to commit to cutting this right here. It's looking good up front. It still needs the eyes. I think that's a good amount of fluff, so I think I'll slit it right down here and then just kind of mount around it. I kind of like the body hanging down, so it's just like an Elmo meat shield. Oh, that's sweet. What I do is sew that up, fluff it up. Hell, I can leave that exposed. It looks pretty great. Elmo meat shield. It's awesome. Eyes on, gotta do a little bit of sewing right here. Hold eye holes, place all that together too. It's a wrap on day 2. Looks good. Good sight picture. Day 3. We got the front all stitched out. Now we're just to this back part. Put some fluff in here. I think it turned out pretty good. And details. So I think they're done. I think they turned out pretty good. I think the nephews are gonna like them. Got them rotating good. They're hitting pretty hard. Get your sight picture on that. I left the tail on. Elmo. Kind of a meat shield. He flops around pretty good. Everything's held on with screws. I painted that one with Sharpie. There's a black one right there. It's got fluff in it. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, there you go. Leaving a bad dart. Oh, they're going. Very cool. Thanks for checking it out. Oh, and I haven't stopped making art. I just stopped making Nerf blaster art. I started doing like canvas type stuff where I get a stuffed animal and then I put like wires and a piece of wood in there and then kind of turn it into a little meme. Been really getting into Halo 5 lately. So this one's not too big to be seen. Now I just make wall art instead of Nerf blasters, but I might come back to it. I've been shooting around when I've been making these, so might drag me back into it a little bit. Thanks for checking it out.